Welcome to Maybe I'm High.
I smoke on a day-to-day basis, break down me an eighth quick, then dump out the guts of a Swisher, roll up and then blaze it, wake and bake to the face shit, you could call it a face hit. I get lit to the point that I look like I'm Asian, so I'm talking Jamaican. Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm squirting my nose and watch it flow into the sky. I get so high, way beyond cloud nine, rolling paper planes to take flight. Call up my guys and tell them hi. I can barely keep open my eyes, been smoking all day and all through the night, cause I wanna smoke.
Dude, get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
He's gonna shoot him. He gonna shoot. Oh shit!
He ain't black. He would have been dead.
Oh, he would have been killed him.
All you scared to death Negroes. Just sit down. Don't you come out to defend our enemy. You sit down and you shut up and tell your master to come on out and deal with this.
But I also think we get to have the conversation of how we got here, which is through slavery, which is through, they looted a whole country. I mean, stole a group of people and brought them over here to build a fucking country and never had any interest in ever seeing them as human beings. What the fuck?
Not all cops are bad. Obviously, there's some good cops out there. But I feel like the problem is those good cops need to step up and voice out.
But everything needs to get uprooted, period. And it's going to be a time of chaos if we go into that. It's going to be a time of a lot. I mean, think about it. Anytime you've evolved in your own life, it felt like a mess. You felt lost. You felt like you wanted to go backwards. That's just what comes with change. It's inevitable.
The first time that police pulled a gun on me, and you see, man, we was 16. I was 16. I was one of my friends, one of my older friends or whatever. We ride. He just picked me up from work. I was working at Red Lobster at the time, part-time. So we riding or whatever, and we pull up. We bought York House and Lewis, and I remember at the time, you know, my guy, he had a little money, and he had a real nice car. I remember it was when the Chrysler 300Cs came out. He had one of them joints on with the rims on it. So we riding or whatever. Police pull us over. Normal little traffic stop. He like, yeah, I feel like you guys paused too long at the stop sign back there. Like, pause too long at the stop sign. Like, all right, but he wasn't. But the thing about it was, you know, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? At first, he was cool. So at first, right? He like, let me get your license, registration, blah blah blah. So like 10 minutes go by, we like, man, what's taking so long? As soon as we get to saying that, a van pull up on the other side of the street, like across from us, like next to us, but across, like on the other side of the street, like next to us. It's a van, regular van. They open the side door and they hop out. It's about 5 police officers in plain clothes and vests. And one of them, I remember 1 or 2 of them had a ski mask on.
On the traffic stop.
On the traffic stop, bro. Machine guns, the dude get out. He like, I'll never forget. The white dude with long blonde hair. He get out. He like, get those gentlemen out the car and search them. Get them out. Make sure you search them. Cool.
I feel like the cops that watched the shit happen is just as guilty as, or let the shit happen is just as guilty as the people that are doing it. And I feel like if the good cops want to be separated from the bad cops, they really have to step out and voice their opinion and actually stand with the people.
The way they treat military personnel in boot camp is very similar. It is the same structure, actually, of what they did with the slaves.
So, you know what I'm saying? They ended up handcuffing me, and they separated me from my friend. They handcuffed me and put me in one car and drove the car across the street, across Lewis, you know what I'm saying, in this parking lot. So they got the lights on, and they left me in the car. So I'm in there, the handcuffed super tight. I'm sitting there, man, hurt. I'm sitting there, man, and they keep going in and out of the car. Like, he came a couple times, but he'd leave out. But I can't see, you know what I'm saying, where they done took my homie.
They not gonna loosen the motherfucking handcuffs.
No, so I asked him, he come in the car one time, I asked him, like, man, could you please loosen these handcuffs? My fingers, my hands is getting numb, you know what I'm saying? This mug say, nah, I ain't loosening because of what you need to do, don't sit up straight. Turn and lay on your side and take pressure off your hands and your arms. So I'm like, man, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of, but I end up doing it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, anything to make my wrists and my hands, you know what I'm saying, stop hurting me from being numb.
That shit hurt, shit. That's metal on your bone.
Got the slaves, they transport them on a ship. Uncomfortable conditions and conditions that they could die. When we landed to go to boot camp, they packed us in a cattle truck like sardines. Hollered at us the whole time. There were people in shock, scared, never got hollered at before. As soon as we got off the cattle truck, I mean, they're screaming at us. Then they take somebody and make an example out of them. Same thing they did with the slaves. They brought them here. They tied one to the tree and half to a horse, tickled the horse, made an example, got everybody in check. What do they do? Cut their hair off. As soon as you go to boot camp, what do they do? Cut your hair off. What do they do? They change your clothes. What do they do as soon as you get to boot camp? They give you a military uniform. Then they change your name. You go from being whatever your name was in Africa to Kunta. In the military, you go from whoever you were prior to the military to your last name. It is the same fucking, same setup.
Oh, so we in there. So I'm in there for about 30 minutes, half an hour, a little bit more. You know, there's people riding by. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm somebody, I ain't never been in trouble before. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the back of the police car for nothing. They ain't did nothing. So they ended up taking us down to the station or whatever. And I forget. They took his car just on some asshole shit. Took his car and drove it down to the station and like scraped the rims up against the curb.
Oh, come on. They took you to the one on West Street or something.
Yeah, like right next to the county jail.
Oh, they pulled that joint right against the thing.
Yeah, right against the curb, bro. Oh, so they take me to this interrogation room. They sit me in there, you know what I'm saying? It's the middle of the summer. It's cold as hell in there. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. They left me in there for about 15, 20 minutes. They finally come in there.
And keep it real, it does exist, but the government keeps it going. If they wanted to do something about it already, they would have done something about it. It's that fucking simple.
And for ex-presidents, former presidents are speaking more positive on it than our actual current president. I feel like that's an issue.
We need the truth. Everybody's tired of lies, whether it be aliens, political crap, whatever. Just tell me the truth.
Yeah, I mean, here we are having George Bush, damn near years later, is finally saying nothing. Then we have Obama that's trying to say shit like, and then we have our president just trying to just push it to the side, looters turn to shooters, like, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta stick together, number one. We gotta get through this current event, number two, which is also bullshit. And if we allow the government to keep fucking with our psychology, we're gonna keep fighting with one another, which is unnecessary. We need to stand up together, and we need to win together. Period.
They like, I'd never forget it, bro. I'd never forget. Before I even say anything, like, man, look, we got this box. And we got this box. And in this box, the truth is in it. The truth is in this box. Bro, I'll never forget, bro. I'm like, they're like, the truth is in this box. So before you say anything,
did you try to open the box?
And they're like, we're gonna wait, and then you're gonna tell us, but then after you get done, we're gonna open the box, and the truth is gonna come out. Blah blah blah. I'm like, but I'm sitting here, I want to laugh. Cause I'm like, man, I know I ain't did nothing, but I'm like,
the truth is in
what are you talking about? So they like, man, they like, yeah, we got you, your friend, and this other dude. They said his name. I didn't even know his name. They're like, we got y'all, 3 of y'all on videotape, making a drug deal. So you might as well tell us blah blah blah. And so I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know who this other dude is. Like, what are you talking about? I don't mess with no drugs. I ain't had no drugs. I don't mess with no drugs. I ain't never been in trouble. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So
and so when I look at how they treated the veterans coming back from Vietnam in the 70s, it was because they were a group of people they never intended to give a fuck about. And I think the only reason they're giving a fuck about the military and the veterans today is because they realize, oh, we still need to keep funding this military. We still need to keep bringing people into this because the military, the government still needs a military. So they found a reason to justify treating us better and giving us our disability checks and so on and so forth. But as far as black people go, to them, we're still not an asset. So there's no reason for them to change how they're doing things. And
that's how I knew they were just sitting up there lying, like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get me. They felt like I was young and I was just gonna get scared and just tell them whatever.
You actually did something. You was young and scared. You would have ratted yourself over.
Yeah, but I'm like, even if I did, like, but the whole thing about it is the police, bro. If you got me on videotape or you know I did something, you're not gonna be asking me shit.
You ain't asking me nothing.
You're not gonna ask me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you already got me, you're not gonna ask me anything.
You're not asking me nothing if you got what you need.
Exactly.
You trying to get me to tell myself.
But then the killer part about the whole thing, then they was being so petty. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they, you know, your parents gotta come get you. Blah blah. Y'all can't leave together. Your parents gotta go get you because you're a minor. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Because he was older than me. You know what I'm saying? And they like, while we sitting out there waiting for my parents to come, he out there with. Now they're trying to talk to me like it's normal, like we want to have a normal conversation. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Don't speak to me.
So y'all cool now because y'all ain't got it.
And then the mother also, you're a tough guy now. You're tough. Like, man, ain't nobody been tough, but you just tried to jam me up over something I ain't had nothing to do with. I ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing. We ain't did nothing. You telling me about something? Man, I ain't got nothing to say.
No, we're gonna have a good conversation.
I'm just doing my job.
How you think about those?
Like, bro, y'all just pointed a whole machine gun.
Dude, this is our work right here. We have to educate ourselves. We have to educate ourselves of who we were before slavery. And yeah, you may not know where you came from on the continent of Africa, but just knowing the kings and the queens and the emperors and the rulers and the power that we fucking came from would be very nurturing to your spirit, very healing to your spirit.
I shouldn't have to walk down the sidewalk minding my business knowing I did absolutely nothing wrong, and I see a cop, my heart drop in my stomach. I served in the Navy, you know what I mean, quit smoking, don't do really nothing illegal but speeding. But yeah, man, I shouldn't see a police officer and my heart drop to my stomach. I shouldn't feel like that. We shouldn't have to do all these fucking things when we see them blue red lights. I shouldn't have to fear for my life and get everything out and ready for when he taps on this window. Yo, everything's right here, regardless if you're good or bad, because you don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to feel like that. So all lives do matter, but right now all lives are not being affected. Black lives matter right now.
You may not realize, but growing up and being taught that, for the most part, blacks started with slavery in our school system, whether you realize it or not, is a very, it eats you at your soul, it robs you at your core.
He right in my face.
Are you supposed to be used to it?
Right in my face. And I still remember, bro, that was a Friday night. The next day I went to the Waukegan football game. You know what I'm saying? Our high school football game. I couldn't think about nothing else.